we toasting? Everybody toasting, taking shots and shit? Hey, this toast right here is to Rain Check, this latest project. Feel me?
I'm not above you. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm below you. I'm right here with you. Right here with you. Sir, D-Town, nigga.
This was 4 years ago. I had the RAIN acronym, Reach and Inspire Nonstop, right? And that's just been sitting in my brain for the last 4 years. And fast forward to the creation of this project, there's a song called R.A.I.N on the project that, man, we thought we had lost this song. We thought it was gone, like the file. Like we just didn't, you know, all I had was like a video of us like listening to it, right? And Deuce found it. He found the session, found everything, and that was low key like the ignition to what this project was to become, you know.
For this album, Rain Check, I took a dive back into the real hip hop scene, and I went to Nas, J Dilla, Detroit, you know what I'm saying? 313 represent all the way. And from then I'm just like, you are true Detroit. You're telling the story, you're real hip hop. And from there we just need to just, you know, really focus and find the pinpoint on what that is and what that meant for Tyriq. And I think we delivered that as a team in a whole. I feel like we accomplished that objective for sure. Just going back to our roots, you know, just figuring out where we came from and not forgetting, but making it modern, you know, 2023.
We're doing it, man. Yeah. 24 hours, one album, million lives. I'm still trying to work on breaking out of my shell. Yeah. Back out of my shell, I should say. I had to crawl back within there. Yeah, right.
There's a lot of this whole project is like uplifting mindset stuff. You know, it's not, it's, you know, it's this kind of vibe, this kind of like where your motivation comes from, you know, situational. He opens up on a few tracks. You know, he talks about your relationship with the, you know, when the world needs you and things like that, you know, all the way to the hyped up like vibes from like In the Building. And each one of those things is like where you don't see a bunch of negativity coming out of the guy.
Cool. That's what I was feeling in the moment, man.
I see. We can use it. We can see what we can do with it.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
What you say?
You gonna get that bitch on there and just.
Oh man. I think it just starts with myself, right? Because when you're doing something like, you know, recording a song or recording a project, the people that are in there with you, that are a part of that experience, they're kind of looking at you because it's your project and it's kind of like setting you're the tone setter for everything, right? It was a combination of me taking a little bit of time to myself, praying, doing some breathing, and, you know, just opening myself to be a vessel, you know, for God to flow through me. And that's what ended up happening, right? And it was just a matter of being able to stay in that mindset and that mode throughout the whole day, throughout the whole like 24 hours, which was crazy. Like just looking back, it was almost like I blacked out. You know what I mean? And afterwards, it was like, oh, what did we just do? You know what I mean? Like, what did we just accomplish? And it was like a really good feeling, bro. So
pull up to the scene with a bunch of goons. Try to test me, they coming at you like what you wanna do. I can name a whole list of women that I was running through, but when it came to showing me values, they wasn't coming through. I could be the one that all these niggas try to hate on, but I just keep my head up to the skies because I'm grateful.
grateful, just grateful, grateful. And that shit repeat. Then I'm gonna try to sing some shit right here. And I just keep my head up to the skies and I'm not. Get it every time. Some shit like that.
Because I've been around, you know, big artists like Sada Baby, Skilla Baby, guys of that nature, and just seeing their work ethic and how fast they can fly through a song is absurd. And that's the goal that I'm trying to reach.
Bro, he ripped that shit one take, actually, before you got here.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You just told him to do it again.
Crazy.
It sounds fire though.
And that's the goal that I'm trying to reach. So, but to answer your question in its entirety, it's like when I'm content with my verses.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I low-key wanna do the whole shit over again. But keep every single bar that I said type shit. Like, I'm not gonna switch up my bars. I feel like I could deliver it better.
If I know, like, okay, I don't want to go back in there and change nothing. Like, that's how I know. Like, that's it. So you just leave it at that. And then you got the engineers too. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist. So I beat myself up a lot when I hear something that I may not like, but I'm kind of like more reliant like on my, my engineers and whatnot, or my engineer, my guy Stitch. Shout out Stitch.
That is like the $1 million question, right? Like, how does a Stitch Jones project sound? How do you know that I'm involved? How do you know that Deuce is involved? I think you're never separate from your art. So no matter what I'm doing, it's going to sound like I'm doing it, from when I was not very good at it to the point where I am very good at it. And that's just because it's kind of like a fingerprint thing. All the things that you think about, what you worry about, the products you buy, the software you download, all these things kind of make this like sonic fingerprint. You know, what do you pay attention to when the mix is finally like settling? And, you know, it of course develops, but it still becomes more you.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Probably created me small for a child because she waited patiently for me to answer the call. She me no bond to come for a second for my purpose. The curve is something perfect. The curve is something perfect. The urge couldn't serve this. The workers that were surgeons. So let's do this.
Wickedness run the streets, so the streets is done. Look at where we come from and what we become. Used to look to the sun before we looked to guns. Now they look for ones and dead presidential funds. 100 bills need 100 mil. Run the field, hunt to kill, make them run at will. Lose your mind trying to climb top of muddy hill. Wishing it would come sooner, that's where the buddy healed. They don't think little buddy is shoot, buddy will. And you can't understand exactly how that struggle feel. The tussle with good and evil on daily basis. The ills are faceless, keep it tighter than fresh braces. We done racing, slow down the pace. Look at what you chasing.
I don't think it's a blueprint to being an artist, like a true artist. There's no blueprint, and that's what makes art what it is. It's because it's like, it's no boxes, there's no lines, and that's where some of the best art comes from. When you're not thinking about, oh, I have to sound like this, or move like this, or paint like this, or I need this angle of this shot, you know, to kind of be like in the same league with Scorsese, and you don't have to do that. Our job is to paint our view of the world, you know what I mean? And put it out there for the masses to indulge and be like, hey, kind of relate to that, you know what I mean? In some form or fashion.
Yes, it's good to have influences, but create your own sound. Be yourself. Trust yourself too. That's the essence. Trusting yourself and being confident. My professor used to tell me, like, it's okay to be confident and wrong. You feel me? Be confident and wrong, because it's only so many times you're gonna be wrong. Then you're gonna be confident and right. When I got here, I came to California in February, and I met Tyriq, man. He was Detroit native, all open arms, man, all love. Of course, he got a hell of a gift, man. That pen on fire, I call his notebook, the green notebook from Waterboy that all the plays in. That's the magic notebook right there, man. So Much love to Tyriq, man. So yeah, that's how I met them, bro. Instantly we clicked, man. Real recognize real, always. So you feel me? We just gel off that. You feel me? Start making magic instantly.
You know what I mean? Like I moved out to LA to, pursue my dream, and I thought that home would be something that, was kind of far away. And to come across and meet all these guys, and for us to link up and have the relationships that we do, and to be able to create what we create, and we from the city, it's like that's the most beautiful thing ever. And it's like home isn't far away anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because we all out here on one mission, and we holding each other accountable. You know what I mean? We lifting each other up, encouraging each other. It's a really good feeling to be where we at right now. I feel like the energy and the people that's in the room is like, it just takes it to a whole nother level, and it makes the experience and the process 10 times more enjoyable and 10 times better. You feel me? And that's all we aiming for every time we come.
I